Mike Radio.
All right, that's exactly right. It is 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, and it's KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. Clark, do me a favor, and let's move this microphone here down toward Mr. Arrigo's guitar, and we are going to get things rolling with one from our featured guest today, all right? Check it out. This is Mr. Arrigo. Let's do it.
Days are getting longer and springtime's coming fast. Evening stars appearing. I'm remembering the last time I saw you. Sweet Georgia Lou whispered something in my ears that I cannot repeat. It was what came next that really knocked me off my feet. Footless for you. Sweet Georgia Lou, sweet Georgia Lou. Lonesome all my life until you hit the night moon child. Now my knees are weak, my head is clear, my eyes are open wide. I'm addicted to your love, sweet Georgia Lou. I just can't imagine what it is you see in me. I'm an ordinary anybody praying that you'll please be true. Sweet Georgia Lou. Every guy knows that you are the finest girl by far. And now I see you all riding in some other fella's car. I feel so blue. Sweet Georgia Lou is what I do. I'm addicted to your love, sweet Georgia Lou. I'm addicted to your love, sweet Georgia Lou.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Jeff Arrigo in the house this afternoon. We're going to hear a bunch of great songs from Jeff and maybe a friend or two along the way this afternoon. But hey, welcome to the program. Okay, it's Open Mic Radio, Saturday, the 15th of June, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Great to be with you all. Awesome, beautiful summer Saturday afternoon here in Columbia, Missouri. Lots of great music in store for the next couple hours, okay? And lots of friends stopping by. We've got a pledge drive going on this afternoon at KOPN. We do this every once in a while. But anyway, great reason to stick around, okay? I'm glad you're with us. We do this most every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 6 p.m. Live music and interviews with some of Missouri's finest musicians and bands. Today, no different. And yeah, my name is Mike Hagan. Normally I would be joined by my good friend Kind Kurt. He is off on safari with his young daughter, and we've got Memphis with us as usual. Though Memphis, Chris in the house, Clark's here, and you all. All right. So, but what we do, we feature awesome local and regional music and the artists that create it. So, if you're listening this afternoon and it's the first time, stick around. Okay. All right. Lovely weather out there. Hope you're enjoying it. Juneteenth activities happening out and about. I think, right? Sort of under the radar. Some of that stuff, right, Kurt or Chris? Yeah. Where were you earlier?
Douglas Park.
Where was that?
Douglas Park.
At Douglas Park, yeah.
Festivities, I think, all day long.
Yeah, music, some sort of informative stuff happening, some skits and some little plays happening, and just a good time and a good vibe, right? Okay, so with that being said, I am looking very forward to the show this afternoon. We've got Jeff Arrigo with us. He has a good friend by the name of Noah Spaeder, who I think is going to join us a little bit later during the show. Rocket Kirchner, a good friend of the program and of KOPN in general for many, many years. He's here with us. Rocket with yet more new music for us. We're going to hear a few songs from his most recent production. I think Nathan's here, right? I see Nathan James out there. Yeah, Nathan's here. I'm expecting Justin Hickerson shortly. I was hoping for a visit from some of the Daves and maybe John Randall from the Hoot and Hollers, but it turns out that they're actually playing music down there at Cooper's Landing at 6 o'clock. So maybe we'll get them on the phone or a representative of the gang. But either way. That's pretty much what we have in store for you this afternoon, okay? So maybe at some point we'll try to do a rundown of some things that are happening around town tonight, tomorrow, later in the week. Lots to do in the Columbia area always, and just thrilled about just the general vibe in Columbia recently, and hope you're able to get a feel for that too and enjoy some of it, okay? All right. Oh yeah, secular era. Clark mentioned to me the other day. He's like, "Hey, secular era has," and they've been on the program before. If you're not familiar with the name, but he's like, "Hey, secular era has a new song," and I was like, "Yeah, we played it a couple weeks ago." And he's like, "No, it's another new song," and I was like, "Oh, I haven't heard that one." So anyway, Clark was right, and we're gonna play a new one from secular era sometime during the first hour. But really, for the most part today, we're going to focus on the music of Jeff Arrigo. We'll talk with him a little bit during the in-betweens here about his background and a little bit about his musical sort of style, agenda, all that stuff. In the meantime, give us a call, please, 573-443-8255. Actually, that's in the studio here, and you're welcome to do that as well. Please, 573-443-8255 if you want to get on the air with me and the guys here in the studio. If you'd like to donate to the program and to the station, 573-874-5676 is the number that you'll want to use. We have operators standing by, as they say. You can also do that securely online at kopn.org. And either way, please, consider support for your community radio station. That's the way we do it here. We're commercial free, and artists. Well, I guess I didn't mean to say that, but programmers, people that do radio shows like me, and I guess in a way it's an art. We're allowed to do stuff here at KOPN that is virtually impossible anywhere else on the dial, and I've been doing it here for 20 plus years, and I'm still absolutely thrilled when I come in here every Saturday afternoon, and I love what we have in KOPN. It's a remarkable resource for the community, and it's also a lot of fun. And there's stuff here at some point during the day, during the week, for pretty much everybody out there. It's extremely diverse group of programmers and shows that they produce here, and I just really encourage you to consider supporting the station at a time when media is becoming more consolidated than ever, when really the free speech is under attack from all directions. Whether you think you're a Democrat or a Republican or wherever you find yourself on the dial, we're all under attack, and it's happening from all of the leaders. There's really not a lot of leadership going on out there, in my opinion. So that makes a place like this even more and more important. So please consider a donation for KOPN. Once again, 874-5676 and kopn.org on the web. But yeah, it's a worthwhile venture. $60, which is $5 a month, will get you a membership here at KOPN. And if you're a member at KOPN, it's actually really cool because it's amazing that over all these years, I think about just the resource that we have here at the station. And you guys, your mics are on. You're welcome to chime in. But if you want to make a record, we've got high quality recording equipment and microphones. For $60, you become a member of KOPN. That gives you access to the radio station, and with a little bit of training, the right and the privilege to use this amazing resource. And you can create your own show. You can do a podcast. You can. There's lots and lots of things that you can do down here. But even if you don't want to come here and do it yourself, please help keep making it available for those of us that do.
Well, you hit on this is Rocket Kirchner.
Yeah, Rocket Kirchner. Yeah,
this is Rocket Kirchner. I make my living on free speech as a professional musician, but it doesn't matter. It comes from all sides. It's constantly under attack. It's getting worse and worse and worse. And art in and of itself is subversive to a society that seeks to, because first they kill the artist and they take over.
Right.
So community radio, what's the option? If you don't have community radio, you have more consolidation of corporations,
right,
and
right. You got what everybody else gets.
Yeah, that's right.
And
right.
And Rocket, I can't even imagine how many times you've actually been on KOPN over the years, like back in the old Broadway days and stuff. You've been here 4 or 5 times, and that's just in the last couple of years. But you've been doing remarkable music for many, many years. And
I've been also you mentioned the free speech thing, and I like to say, as an artist, I've been people have tried to compromise me at shows, and I've been thrown out in the middle of shows because I'm not going to compromise what I have to say. And it's that simple. I'm not going to, it's very, very. Do you remember the movie The Rainmaker?
I don't know that I do.
Matt Damon says to the John Voight character, "Do you remember the day you sold out?" It's incremental. It doesn't just happen overnight.
Right.
And so there has to be a sense of purity to remain an artist, and KOPN has. Man, I used to come here before there was YouTube, and I'd stay up all night with Lee Ruth, and we'd go through records, and you learn so much into, this style's great. I can learn from this and apply it to the guitar, and you know what I'm saying.
Well, that's what we're allowed to still do here, and there, most radio stations there are very few human beings even in the radio stations anymore.
Right.
They're most of it's automated, and maybe you got an engineer there to keep an eye on things, but they're very clever about it too. Like you may even think that you're listening to a live program, but it isn't. It's just recorded
it's
as if
swallowed
it,
up by the Technicon,
and it's very crazy. You know?
It's swallowed up by the Technicon.
So one thing you're going to get here at KOPN, we may not be the most professional of all the time, but you get a bunch of really authentic radio here, and you're getting it from people that really know the stuff that they're presenting.
Yes.
So when I do my show, I tend to know a lot about the local music scene and stuff. So I bring good music to you. If you show up in the middle of the night on a Thursday, whoever it is that's doing that program, I guarantee you they know a lot about the music or the talk or the information that they're presenting to you. And that's again, it's a rarity these days where people actually,
And it's their dedication.
yeah. I mean, we do it here because we actually want to do it. We're not being paid.
That's right.
There's a very small paid staff here at KOPN. There's maybe 3 or 4 people on the payroll, and we appreciate everything that they do. But as far as what you're hearing on the air, the great majority of this stuff is just your friends and neighbors, believe it or not, that just have a knack for radio or not.
An interest.
I mean, there's some right. And honestly, I recognize it. This is not a professional position for people. I mean, I do my best to try to be a pro when I do it, but there's a charm to it as well, and
It's real.
It's real, and there's just really a cool group of people here that are behind the whole thing. I mean, the KOPN community is a remarkable thing, and we've been doing it now for over 50 years.
Yeah.
As one of the most successful, really, community radio stations in the history of the whole thing. Back in the late 70s and into the early 80s, there were hundreds and hundreds of community radio stations. And now there's a handful. I mean, really, there's very, very few. And KOPN is one of those that has been able to keep it going, and it's because of, frankly, the people that keep it going on the inside, and the people out there that are listening that donate a little money every once in a while. So we've come full circle. I'm sorry it took so long. I didn't expect to, but we are trying to raise some money this weekend, and we need you to do it. So 573-874-5676. Please consider a donation and a pledge to KOPN. $60 makes you a member for the year. Anything above and beyond that, we would obviously appreciate. The whole business with this particular pledge drive is we want to raise $25,000, and we'll stop as soon as we reach 25,000. So if we just get a nice little angel out there to call me and give me 25K, I'll zip it and we'll get back to the music. All right, we'll just do that just one off. Honestly, because you're out there and I know it. And it pisses me off, frankly, that
you are a man of faith.
There are so many people that in the KOPN listening area that actually have the means to do something like that, and I've been here for 20 years, and no one's really ever just pulled the trigger like that, and it blows my mind because I know that they're out there. Anyway, I digress. Please call. Let's get one more song from Jeff Arrigo.
Yeah.
Then we're going to come back with Rocket Kirchner. Rocket has a new record, and we're going to play a few songs, maybe 4, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, I think we do 4. Talk about them.
From that, and we'll talk about it because Rocket tends to do like these sort of theme records. And if you were with us a few months ago, I think maybe my favorite Rocket Kirchner record of all time. He shared. I think we played the whole damn thing, didn't we?
No, we played 4 songs.
All right. Well, at any rate, in my mind, we played it all. We're gonna hear from Rocket in just a minute here. So Jeff Arrigo, and I promise we'll talk more about the guys that we have in the studio with us. But we're trying to get a bunch of stuff off the docket this afternoon, and that'll be all I say for now. All right, please, KOPN Columbia, Jeff Arrigo.
Thank you so much, Mike. Hey, is this? I'm getting everything through my headphones besides this mic. Is this mic on?
Do that again.
I'm getting everything through my headphones besides this mic. Is this mic on?
Yeah, your mic is on.
Check. Oh, okay.
And I'm to be honest, I'm having some problem with your mic and my headphones as well, but it's definitely on.
Okay.
And I've got it metered okay. So, Jeff, I'm going to ask you to pause for just a moment because I think we have a phone call here, okay. And I take that back. All right, Jeff, what'd you like to do for us, sir?
I'm going to do a song called Badger. Okay, it's a fairly new song.
Very good. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, Jeff Arrigo.
Like to be a badger and tunnel under dirt.
Sleep all through the daytime and nighttime, dig up worms. Well, it would be such a different life than this life that I know. But I'd like to be a badger and experience his world. Then can you imagine a blackbird's tilted view from a branch outside your window, looking through the glass at you? Who knows what a blackbird sees, different angle on the truth. But I'd like to be a blackbird so that I could see it too. Oh, to be an animal and change what I am now. I'd like to shed the skin, I would begin if only I knew how. Now a cat will kill for pleasure, that's a step I could not take. An elephant remembers every lost love and heartache. A cobra fights for what it loves, so to a kangaroo. But win or lose, they find the strength to somehow muddle through. Oh, to be an animal and change what I am now. Well, I'd shed this skin, I would begin if only I knew how. Now this could be a faulty premise, or maybe it's God's own rules. See, I've lately come to realize that humans are animals too. So it may not be a question of the fact I walk upright. But it's a human self-awareness that keeps me up most nights. Oh, to be an animal, I'd change what I am now. Just birth, sex, hunger, and death, if only I knew how. To change these hopes and dreams, these fears of failure, these desires, and just be an animal, just be an animal, just be an animal. Will I change what I am now?
Oh man, where'd you get that song?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you, I got that.
Did you write that?
Wow, Jeff
I did
Arrigo.
write that. I was listening to NPR one time, and I heard a story about this man in Great Britain, and he and his son, adult son, had a fascination with badgers, so they
dug a hole
Dude,
and they
that
lived
is
for like 2 weeks.
amazing song. He wrote this.
Yeah, no, he's fantastic. All right, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Jeff Arrigo with us for the rest of the show this afternoon. We got Rocket Kirchner with us as well. Quickly, Nathan James in the house, and I knew ahead of time that you didn't have as much time as I thought you did. But anyway, grab a mic, Nate.
No problem.
How are you, my friend?
Doing well. How's everybody in the room?
Pretty good.
Sounds good in here, Jeff. It's good to see you again. Been a long time.
What's going on?
Oh, not a whole lot. Hey, so thank you for giving me a little airtime, and I hear you guys are doing a pledge. Congratulations.
We
and
are.
I hope
We
you
are.
get as much as you need.
Well,
I wanted to share a little
you got
thing.
25 grand?
What's that?
I said you got 25
I know.
grand?
I heard that we need the little angel. Huh? But
That's a big angel.
Yeah.
But anyways, I wanted to share a point that we're trying to do a little thing for buskers downtown.
Okay.
On the 28th and the 29th.
And you're like the mayor of the buskers.
I don't think I'm the mayor. There's
Right.
people who have been doing it a lot longer in Columbia.
Well, there have, but you're out there a lot, and I love seeing you. So
Well, thank you. So all this month on the weekends, I believe they're doing the drink and dine in the district with specials at select locations, most locations and bars and restaurants. But on the 28th and the 29th, between like 4 and 8 or maybe a little longer, we're looking for buskers to perform. And we are kind of organizing it and kind of planning people so that
different
way.
position, like
Different
where
positions.
people will be.
Yeah, where people will be. Right now we've got about 10, and we're taking all kinds of different performers, whether you're a musician, an artist, or just a performer of any kind, juggler,
Okay.
anything like that. So again, June 28th and the 29th, we're doing a little busking fest there.
Very
So-
cool. We have a phone call here, so stay here for a second. But are you still on the phone here? Hello? It's Open Mic Radio. Are you there? I should have known better.
Please call again.
Okay, please call back. So when is that happening again?
June 28th and 29th, so in
that's
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
All right, yeah, that's a Friday, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you have going in the meantime?
So tonight I actually am going down to Jeff City. That's why I have to hightail it out of here. I got a gig at West Main Pizza.
Cool.
So I'll be doing that for about 2 hours.
You know, they used to have a place here in Columbia.
I saw
it was
that.
on Broadway for a year or two, maybe, and then for whatever reason they decided that it wasn't working. But
Yeah.
they have pretty good pizza down there.
We'll give it a shot.
All right,
We'll
dude.
give it a shot. Hey,
All
thanks
right.
for having me.
Yeah, I love you. All right, people want to find you. How, Nathan?
Hardy but hardly.
Hardy but hardly. That's right. And if you think about it, it's I had to ask when I first met Nathan. I'm like, Hardy but hardly. It's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. Hardy, kind of tough, but hardly. It's like Hardy but hardly.
I can't wait to catch you live sometime. I hear you're playing all over the place.
He's busy. That's for
Drive-In
sure.
Cafe a lot, and you've been out in Boonville, haven't you, at the Brick Room?
Yes, sir.
I admit I was gone that weekend. That's 3 blocks from my house. So.
very cool.
35 blocks.
All right, third time's a charm for the phone. Third time's a charm for the phone call. Let's try it once again. Hi, it's Open Mic Radio.
3 is a
KOPN, who's
magic
this?
number, Mike.
Hello.
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 Okay. Rocket Kirchner,
Yes, sir.
you have new music.
Yes, this is the follow-up to The Bitter Light.
The Bitter Light is a great record.
Thank you.
It was maybe 6 months. When's the last time?
But yeah,
Right.
that's about our average. The Bitter Light was what we talked about, the Moonbone Man, which is Christ. And I decided, I'm going to do a follow-up. And the follow-up are saints, but they don't have a name. It's everything's plural. They this, they that. And the opening cut is called Cycle.
All right, so should we just start?
Yeah, the first song
with
is
the song.
Cycle. Yeah,
All right, let's do it, and then we'll.
you'll have you'll have questions about Cycle.
All right, we're going to play a few here from the new one from Rocket Kirchner, and we'll talk with him a little bit in between about these songs. Jeff Arrigo is with us. Noah Spaeder, soon to be joining us, I think. Still looking for Justin Hickerson at some point, and we're going to debut a new one from Secular Era in just a little bit here. So, all right, anyway, here we go. New stuff from Rocket Kirchner. It's KOPN Columbia, Open Mic Radio.
Persecution revolution, cobalt blue, under the radar, something new. canyons of Halo Land, things are heating up just about as fast as they can. Time is a flat circle. Time is a flat circle. Time is a flat circle. These people move in cycles. Look this way, look that way. It can never be seen. There's a rumble. So mean. Earthquake ramble. Buried sun, buried moon. But these people, they seem crazy as loons. Time is a flat circle. Time is a flat circle. Time is a flat circle. And these people move in cycle. Take it on cycle. Cycle up, cycle down. Time is a flat circle. Time is a flat circle. Move in cycle. 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 Things are heating up in Halo Canyon.
All right, so that is that's the way the new record from Rocket Kirchner starts.
Yeah. I was thinking about that quote from Russ Cole in True Detective, where he says, "Time is a flat circle."
You know,
because time is an illusion. If you study St. Augustine's theory of time in the Confessions, Einstein backed it up. It's an illusion.
Yeah.
So if you think these people,
it's something that was invented by men to organize events or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
I mean, yeah, exactly. So the thing is, what you're getting right off the bat from the record of these people that are storming heaven. Actually, I stole that title, "Storming Heaven," from a book written about people that were heavy into LSD. So this is different. They're storming heaven. They're seeking heaven. This is after Christ has come, and they got the Spirit, and they're ready to roll. So to them, time is a flat circle because they're not thinking. The early believers were not thinking in terms of time. They're time out of mind, which is a nice place to be.
No, and it does tie in with the
when you started
psychedelic.
getting into an eternal mindset.
Right.
You're not hung up on what's going to happen tomorrow or what's going to happen today. You're like.
Yeah, I think in the little bit of Eastern stuff that I've studied.
Yes. Same premise.
There's a misunderstanding about eternity, and eternity has nothing to do with time.
No.
It's not. It's out of time.
Because time is all going on at the same time.
Something like that. So.
It's the present. Right.
Well, okay, so getting deep this afternoon here on Open Mic Radio, and smoke a big joint and join us, okay? Actually, speaking of that, Ross Shumba and a reggae party coming at you from 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock this afternoon. The best in roots rock and reggae right here on KOPN.
Cool.
I should make a quick shout out to the folks doing radio before we got here, and from 2 to 4 every Saturday afternoon, Peter Rabbit does a wonderful show, grooving on the one mic, just awesome, sort of like the latest and the legends. Let's do it that way. The latest and the legends in hip hop. Peter really got his finger on the pulse of that stuff. Before that, Morgan and a Motherland Jam, incredible music from across the continent of Africa. That's from noon to 2 every Saturday. Early mornings, or before noon, I should say. We've got wonderful Hispanic programming with La Voz. And, stick around. Blues on Broadway, 8 to 11. Just awesome stuff on KOPN. And that's why we're also trying to raise some money. It's like extremely diverse programming here. If you don't like what you're hearing now, just stick around for a little bit, and it will definitely change.
You may get fiddles and Irish stuff.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. Strike the Gay Harp, Sundays at 3 o'clock after the Radio Ranger and Rootin' Tootin' Radio. Outstanding music Sunday afternoons on KOPN.
I have a hard time scheduling anything Sunday between noon and 3. Isn't that when it is?
Yeah.
That's the best radio show.
Yeah,
I've been on Radio Ranger one time.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Well, the guy who's the brains behind that, his name is Steve Onofrio, and he's been doing it for many years. Over the last maybe 4 or 5 years, he's sort of backing off a little bit. I won't say he's retired completely, but sort of semi-retired. So there are 3 other people: Kevin Walsh, myself, and Jackie.
Kevin solid.
And Jackie, and the 3 of us sort of, and in fact, Jackie does the majority of them these days. But we try to keep honest to the to the idea of the original Ranger show, and
you all have your own flavor that you bring to it, so it's something a little bit different every week. It's always good.
On the Lee Ruth project, we were all in the studio, and I was going first.
Speaking of legends, Lee Ruth,
but Steve Onofrio and Pete Skoka were producing it. Huh. So they're like, okay, let's, I said, I want a boot board for my, it's percussion, and mic this. And so Steve's like, okay, we got to, Rocket's moving. We got to get it set up. But Steve was fun to work with.
Oh, yeah.
He's a heck of a lot of fun.
Yeah,
to work with.
he's real cool.
Yeah, he's totally cool.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Okay, so anyway, again, just real good stuff here on KOPN. So please, again, I'll remind you that we're in the middle of a pledge drive, and frankly, we've had sort of a dismal response so far, and I'm sad to say that, but that's sometimes, things don't always go the way you want them, but you can always also try to change them. So please recognize that this radio station survives because of y'all out there that are listening, and we need you. So that's about it, right? 874-5676. Please give us a call. Once again, securely online at kopn.org. All right, so track number 2.
Do 3.
Let's do
Sweep.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you how this came about. This
Please
song.
do.
A good friend of mine was saying, he had been through everything. He's ex-junkie, ex-alcoholic, ex-this. He'd been through it all. And he's an incredible artist. His name's
There's a band name, the Ex-Everythings.
His name's Dillinger Steele. And I know he's listening. Hi, Dillinger.
Hi, Dill.
And he's like, and he's been in movies, and he's been in, he's just a great artist. Nietzsche's Ghost is one of my favorite albums of his.
Wow, it's a great name.
But he said one day, because he's been a Christian for about a number of years now, and he said, he said, man, I'd sweep the floor in heaven rather than playing with this nonsense down here. I'd be perfectly happy just to sweep. And I thought, write that title down, sweep the floor. Sweep, that whole concept of. And once again, we're starting to get into the Saints.
All right.
Their mentality. So this is Sweep, if you found it on your.
I got it.
Yeah.
It's new music from Rocket Kirchner. The name of this new record is called Storming Heaven.
Storming Heaven.
And if people want to find it online, is it available?
Not online yet.
No, okay.
I'll get it on there.
Well, actually, I like the fact that it isn't, frankly.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rocket Kirchner, longtime remarkable musician from the mid-Missouri area here. He's been doing it. I moved here in 2001, and I think he was one of the first musicians that I ran into, and anyway, I love the fact that we're still doing it here. So Anyway, new stuff from Rocket. This is a song called Sweep. The new record is called Storming Heaven. It's KOPN Columbia Open Mic Radio.
Out of the great chaotic noise came a multitude saying words nobody ever heard. Nobody ever heard before. We sweep the floor in heaven instead of ruling on earth. Just tell us what you want us to do and more. We'd sweep the floor. Now Dante's Inferno says abandon all hope, ye who enter here. But just outside another place after birth, it reads, abandon all hope. Those of you who put your hope on earth. We sweep the floor in heaven instead of ruling on earth. Just tell us what you want us to do and more. We'd sweep the floor. We'd sweep the floor. We'd sweep the floor.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Little heavy action.
I wanted to say something about that song also. I was reading various viewpoints of history, and Jacob Burckhardt, who was really good friends with Nietzsche, his theory of history, of course, Jacob Burckhardt wrote a lot about the Renaissance in Italy. His viewpoint in history is really interesting. His thing is, if you have a society without any salt of the earth people, you know, the salt of the earth kind of, like you don't have some saintly people, your society's going to rot. Now, Burckhardt's not a Christian or nothing, but he understands as an historian, if you don't have some people in a society, and we've seen this happen historically, you've got to have some people that are salt of the earth. You got to have some people that have that are willing to lay it out,
right?
Lay it down, lay it down,
and they hold it together.
They hold it together through thick and thin, and if you don't have that, well, without salt, you know, stuff rots. Before refrigerators, you know.
That's right. Yeah.
You know,
no, for real. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's sort of also what inspired that song too.
All right, let's continue on here.
Okay, I would say Forge. Forge is has to do with. Forge is interesting because it has to do with wanting the highest good for everyone. This is a goal.
Yeah.
Oh no! Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm gonna match. So
Thank you, Kurt.
I just matched your 100. So up to. I'm going to do something here. Up to $500. So another four. I already matched 100. So up to for another 400, I will match everybody's pledges for the rest of the show.
You are very magnanimous, sir.
Up to $500. I've already done 100. So I'll do another 400 that I will match between now and 6 o'clock. So that would be, if we could do that, that would mean that we could raise $1,000 during our show. And if we could do that, I'd be thrilled.
You're already on the way. You're
So
already on the way.
We already got 200 down. And also I have a pledge here from a gentleman named Steve LaHue, a longtime listener, and he's been with us since the beginning, and he called and donated just very recently. So, Steve, thank you very much. All right. Yeah, so for the rest of you out there, honestly, if there's a little motivation, your money will go twice as far. And also, there's a bunch of cool sort of, they call them premiums, but they're basically just gifts. If you call and donate a little bit of money, you can get gifts to different local venues, you know. I think Ragtag has some stuff in there. There's probably a list around here somewhere of all the premiums. But anyway, there's a bunch of cool businesses around Columbia and the region here that you know, honestly, for $60 or $100, you can get almost, you know, you probably get half of that back in some sort of benefit from the local merchants. So please ask Julie about that when you call, and she's been answering the phone. So thank you very much for all of you who are calling. Julie's the best. Right behind you, Kurt. Have a good night, Kurt. I love you. I'll see you later. All right, kind Kurt, one of our, he's a staple here on the program, obviously, but missing this afternoon with some other obligations. Okay. All right, so back to Rocket Kirchner and...
track, was it 4?
I think track
Forge.
4. We're going to play Forge, right?
Yeah, Forge.
New record called Storming Heaven. And let's just get right to it here. Once again, 573-874-5676 for your donations.
A thousand people with painted faces walked over a hill, stood there perfectly still. No one knew their names. She could hear them chant just the same. We want the highest good. We want the highest good. We want the highest good for everyone. They are sliding. They are smiling. They are shining. No one knew their names, but you could hear them chant just the same, just the same. We want the highest good. We want the highest good. We want the highest good for everyone.
Rocket, I'm really impressed by this stuff. I mean, it's very, very.
Actually, this is a much more listenable than the last project.
They go together very well.
They do. Yeah, Bitter Light is bitter. I mean, it's bitter because of the situation. But what's interesting about the slowly emergence of the saints is they really are starting to follow up with the life of Christ, and they want the highest good for everyone. And I think that should be a goal for any human being. What does it mean to be? What's Plato's idea of the good and the theory of ideas?
Well, the good, the true, and the beautiful.
Yeah, right? It's like how can you go wrong when you want the best for another human being?
Yeah.
If we had a planet like that, and this is not just ideology, because there are some people that live it, that means we could all live it. That's all I'm saying. We have it's choice. We could choose. I could choose to treat you like a jerk, or I could choose to treat you with dignity.
Yeah.
The proverbial you, Mike.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
And it's what do they say? It's simple, but it isn't easy.
Right.
Or something like that must be going on. Otherwise, as a species and a culture, we'd have figured out how to make things better for folks. But
yes.
But it's harder than it sounds. And
well, there's a saying that says, if you're so heavenly minded and you're no earthly good, well, I disagree with that saying. My saying is, unless you're heavenly minded, how much earthly good are you?
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Just take upon a different mindset. That's all.
Let's play one more from
and then I gotta go
from your new record.
Yeah, Velvet Fire, baby.
Velvet Fire. This is.
You dance to this one.
All right. It's Rocket Kirchner. He's got a brand new record. It's called Storming Heaven. Rocket, you're my brother. And I appreciate you coming down. Thank you.
Yes.
And
thank you.
Stay in touch as always. And quickly, Rocket just ran into one of Bannister Tarleton's guitar players from back in the day.
And he has to copy that solo that I put on.
And we were just talking about that solo. He's like, man, it was a damn good solo.
Poor guy's got to do it, but he can do it.
I love it.
Finger breaker.
All right, check this one out. All right, one more from Rocket Kirchner. It's called Velvet Fire. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Stick around. Top of the hour, we got Jeff Arrigo. Noah Spaeder's with us in the house as well. Justin Hickerson's with us. Maybe get a song or two out of Justin. And your pledges, because I'm matching up to $500 this afternoon.
You're the man.
And we need the dough, baby. Come on. This pledge drive has been going on for like more than 24 hours, and I think they got like $400. That's brutal. That's like not even cool.
Yeah.
So like, and the transmitter's working. The transmitter's working. I know that the signal is going out. The streaming service is working. I've checked. So you're hearing it out there. So please, 573-874-5676, and online at kopn.org. All right. Rocket Kirchner, check this one out.
Eucharistic wingtips, wax shadow night. Push, fight, struggle, thrust life at life. Timeless suspension, they light out from the canyon as they string their own wire. They move in velvet fire. Velvet fire, elevation. Velvet fire, transubstantiation. Velvet fire, ice, heat, desire. Velvet fire. Velvet fire. There is something like the lining in a womb, a place where there is no tomb. And when palms from hands go out, nothing short of the sacred appears. Sapphire glow, where their footprints once were. One flower growing at the wrong time of the year. A little girl picks it up, and that lone flower disappears. Velvet fire, elevation, velvet fire, transubstantiation, velvet fire, ice heat desire, velvet fire, velvet fire, comfort, throbbing. Velvet fire, velvet fire, velvet fire, velvet fire.
All right. Outstanding. New stuff from Rocket Kirchner. I tell you what, he is something else. And been doing it for an extremely long time. And I'm thrilled that he's still making music and sharing it with us here on Open Mic Radio. All right. So that being said, just about top of the hour now, 5 o'clock or so. On this lovely Saturday, the 15th of June. And hope things are good for you out there. And we are in the middle of a pledge drive, and I'll try to get back to the music very quickly here. Jeff Arrigo is with us, and wonderful singer-songwriter. He's joined now at the top of the hour by Noah Spaeder. What's Noah playing? Is he a mandolin or what? Another guitarist. Okay, so
he's a beginner on the guitar.
Oh yeah, I'm guessing that's sort of I think that's what they call it, hyperbole. All right, so Noah Spaeder, low perbole. All right, so it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Jeff, you've played a few for us already, so before we get too deeply into the music here, and we're going to a little bit about your background, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Where are you from originally?
Well, I'm a Missouri boy, kind of I consider Missouri to be home. I've lived a number of other places, most recently Arkansas, and before that Illinois. I've spent time living overseas in different places. Mm-hmm. But always kind of wanted to get back to central Missouri, so I've been back about 3 years. I'd been here for about 20 years, and Noah and I were basically doing the same thing, but we didn't too much run into each other. But I certainly knew his name, so when I met him 4, 5, 6 months ago, I said, "Are you Noah Sunshine Spaeder?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, I remembered your nickname." He goes, "That's not my nickname. That's my given name."
All right.
I was like, "Well, we've got to play music together," and so we've been putting some things together for the last 6 months or so.
About right.
Played a good number of gigs already, and we got a ton lined up, and so I'm certainly happy to have a music partner. I've been looking 30 years. So.
Noah,
about right.
What's your background, Noah?
Let's see, how far back do I want to go?
Well, I mean,
musically,
where are you from originally?
Originally, I was born in California, the state, but I grew up in Missouri. I am a Missouri kid. I went through K through 12 through college all in Springfield, Missouri.
All right, very cool.
And I moved to Columbia. Actually, I moved to Columbia to play music.
And how did you and Jeff meet?
Well, we only met 6 months ago.
But when I lived in Springfield, I lived next door to his college buddy for 5 years.
My best buddy.
One of his best friends.
Todd Dalzell.
Okay.
It's deep.
We met. We went to see a mutual friend of ours, Thad Reckwit, who you also might want to have on your show sometime.
What's his
That'd
name?
be great.
Thad Reckwit.
Thad
Great
Reckwit.
songwriter.
Okay.
He really is.
All right.
Original
See
guy.
him and end up sitting at a table together, and that's when I said, "Are you Noah
Yeah.
Sunshine?"
Well, I guess Jeff knew more about me than I knew him because, but I knew Todd and I've known other people that he's known and I've heard about him. A good friend of ours would tell me how Jeff plays guitar really well.
Right.
Another guy that plays Frisbee down in Springfield told me that I should hook up with Jeff about a half a year ago. He was like, "Do you know Jeff Arrigo?"
Huh.
Do you? And I was like, "No, I really don't." And he was like,
Well,
"He's a great guitar player. You should play with him."
Now you do.
And so I guess that's what.
Very
And I
cool.
was not playing for the last 10 years.
Okay,
I
so-
had
so,
stopped playing music. So
All right. More questions, but let's get a song or two. All right.
Well, let's do.
Are we on the same?
Eminem here.
Yeah, and I actually like. Let's take that mic and kind of hang it up high and point it down right in between the two of them. That's great.
Check two.
Will you both be doing vocals?
yes.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you both to back your mics off and kind of point them sort of right in between your guitars and your mouths, and we'll get it back here. Okay,
About like that.
that's great. I think that'll be just fine. All right.
I'm a loud guitar player, so.
All right. Live music in the studio. All right. Is there a name for this project when you guys collaborate, or is it?
You almost said it there. It's the Jeff and Noah.
Collective.
All right. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, and the Jeff and Mike. No, wait. What? Jeff
Well, yeah,
and
you
Noah
can be a part of it if you want.
It's the Jeff and Noah Collective on Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Once again, Pledge Drive 874-5676, KOPN.org.
Give some money, won't you?
Let's do it. Let's do it, you guys.
Michelle Shocked
Love it.
made famous. It's not her song, but. When I was a curly-headed baby, my daddy sat me down on his knee. He said, "Son, you go home, get your leather. Don't be no dusty liner boy like me." I was
Born and raised in the northern Hazard Hollow,
where the
gold carts roll on past my door.
but now they stand in the rusty row all empty. Because he
Yelling and don't stop here anymore.
Well, I used to think my daddy was a black man, with script enough to find a company store. But now he goes to town with empty pockets, and all his face is white as a Never thought I'd live to learn to love the cold dust. I never thought I'd pray to hear those temples roar. Oh, but God, I wish the black past would turn to money, and then the greenbacks would fill my pocket once more. I was born
Raised in the mouth of Hazard Holler,
where the
gold carts roll rumble past my door.
but now they stand in the rusty row all empty. Because he
Yelling and don't stop here anymore. place in the mouth of the hazard hollow. The cold carts roll and rumble past my door.
But now they're standing rusty, all empty.
Stop here anymore.
Don't
Stop here anymore. Yelling and don't stop here anymore.
Gotta let that one ring out a little bit. Fantastic stuff. All right, it's the Jeff
Thank
and
you,
Noah
Jeff.
Collective. Fantastic. All right, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. We're about 12 minutes after 5 on this Saturday afternoon, and it's a pledge drive Saturday, so we're going to keep it rolling with the music here, but please, 874-5676. I'm matching any pledges up to $500, well, a total of $500. Yeah, please donate as much as you like. What we're looking for is 25,000. So just please, just somebody please end the pain and just make the call, right? And then we'll just be done with this. But
You want the 27,000 shot? I
really
don't know
do.
if you're
You
gonna
know,
get
I
that.
really do. And I'm one of these years. I said it earlier, but I've been doing these pledge drivers for 20 plus years, and I keep pledging for the $25,000 angel donor, and they've yet to give me their.
Well, let me tell you something.
You know, and Bitcoin as well, right? Okay, so give me the Bitcoin, all right? In fact, I'll take your Bitcoin and I'll pay cash for the for the donation.
Good investment.
So, yeah.
I'll write you a check. Don't cash it.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. So Jeff Arrigo and Noah Spaeder in the house. A couple of wonderful musicians from, I guess, a little bit south of where we are right now, Springfield area, I guess.
North, I think. Oh,
We're
well,
north.
well,
I'd say I live in Columbia now. I mean, I live in Fayette, actually,
all right.
So,
Okay.
but-
And are you in town now, Jeff?
I live in Boonville.
Okay.
by the casino.
In the casino.
I just have
Down by the river.
He's got a nice van.
So can I just say, if you like what you're hearing, we're going to be playing. We're going to kind of be closing out and putting a capstone on the Roachport Walk today. We're
Wonderful.
at Mount Nebo Inn from 7:30 to 10:30.
Tonight?
Yes.
So you're out of here and heading to Roachport?
Yeah.
You know, I live that way.
You should come by.
I
If you
just
like
might.
what you hear, definitely we'll be
All
checking
right.
them out.
Great. Yeah. Do you guys have other performances you're planning for the summer?
We've got
Yeah.
so much booked.
Oh, okay. So
we'll come back to that.
we'll get to that, but let's do another song, all right? Okay, but first, contact information. If people want to find out, I mean, do you have that sort of?
Sort of.
Okay. I mean, I know it's like, you know,
I think. What is it?
because honestly, people
Find us on Facebook. Boom.
There you go.
Jeff and Noah
Acoustic
something. Music,
Yes.
I think is what it is.
Or yeah, I think
on
so.
Facebook.
It's going to change to Jeff and Noah Collective, but I can't change it yet.
Yeah. Okay. No, if people
'Cause I'm
want to
locked
find you,
in.
that's a
Yeah.
good way for now, because they may hear this and say, yeah, let's get those guys for a show or whatever. So.
Thank you.
All right, very good. The Jeff and Noah Collective, another one from them right now. A couple of fantastic guitarists, and these are original.
No.
Are we doing?
Covers.
So here's what our trajectory here is. You know, we've only been playing together about 5 or 6 months. So once we've got 3 hours of solid music now, so we're really at the point where we're going to start
We're getting
working
ready.
out either and or old originals we've written separately, and also do some writing together.
Yeah.
Good, and
That's our goal, is to be an original.
and
duo.
there's and a good covers is
Yeah.
wonderful songs are wonderful songs.
Yeah.
So we're all good with that for now. But I look forward to hearing your original material.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
This time next year.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
okay,
Definitely.
we'll put that on the
This
calendar.
is Devil in Disguise by J.J. Cale.
Very cool.
They wrote it, but it's Collective playing it.
I love it. All right, Jeff and Noah Collective, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, Pledge Drive 874-5676, KOPN.org. Come on, give us a call. All right, money.
shore to the New York City, the beat don't ever stop. You can hear it on the radio anywhere you go. It's ready as the rhythm of the clock. It cuts through the noise of the city life. It don't seem to go away. It's the devil in disguise, I tell you no lies. My finger to the walking every day. Yonder comes a young girl, she wants to take a whirl. She thinks it's all a dream. She's got rock and roll way down in her soul. She wants to know where's the limousine. Get up, hon, and let your mama sit down. You're too young anyway. The devil's in disguise, I tell you the prize, and then you can't carry her away. When the road I travel starts to unravel every which way it goes, when the beat starts to press on my bulletproof vest and my eyes turn out to be low, give me my guitar, I'm gonna go far. Let me see it, let me hold it in my hand. I'm the devil in disguise, I tell you no lies. I'm playing in a rock and roll band.
JJ Cale.
Yeah. I love JJ Cale.
You can write a good one, man.
Yeah, talking about a groove too, you know. That guy just get it, a great groove.
Makes you sweat right
I'm thinking
on your
that song,
brow.
Roll On. I love that. All right, so Open Mic Radio, we've got the Jeff and Noah Collective with us this afternoon. Jeff Arrigo playing some stuff during the first hour solo. These guys have gotten together in the last 6 months or so, and looking forward to see what they do with their collective talent here. Brian Fuller called in to donate. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah, and where's the rest of you? All right, come on. 874-5676. 573-874-5676. It's a KOPN pledge drive. Come on, support amazing community radio. I mean, where else are you going to hear this kind of stuff? Really? Okay, so let me ask you guys as musicians, and I include pretty much everybody in the room here. And would you mind, Justin, grabbing a microphone real fast? Anywhere here. Justin Hickerson, one of the probably most familiar voices and names on the show here, has been a great friend of mine for many years, and he's also a remarkable musician in his own right here with us. And he's also the grass master of Columbia, so he's always out mowing lawns. So I'm glad to have him here this afternoon.
That's correct.
Hi, Justin.
I live in a world of grass. I love grass.
Okay, so I do too, and the rest of there's one thing we can all agree on here.
Grass is good.
Okay, so as musicians, how often is it that you get to go and perform at a radio station, and have a, like, is it something that happens? Is it easy to do, or is it something that's like not that easy to do?
I've never been invited.
Yeah, it's not. Are you meaning like?
Do you solicit?
Is it
radio?
easy? Is it
I mean,
easy as in like?
Access?
Is it easier than going and playing a show as
Yeah.
in like pressure wise, or do you mean like easy as in accessible?
I mean, accessible. If you're not okay, if you're Pearl Jam, obviously you get all the radio you want, right? But I mean,
Right.
if you're an up and coming local regional musician, wherever you might be, wherever you guys may have lived in the past or whatever, have you ever had the opportunity, to go and do radio?
Only community radio.
Yes.
we did college radio when I was younger. I had peers that were still in college, and some of them were on the college radio station.
Yeah, and so that's sort of my point here. I'm trying to get across to people is that there's a tremendous amount of talent here in the middle of Missouri and around the region. I say it all the time, and every week we prove it on this program because we showcase incredible, just wonderful musicians all the time, and I'm certain that there aren't many other places that are doing that. So outside of what else. The other things that happen here at KOPN, and there's a bunch of great radio that happens here, and we wouldn't still be on the dial after 50 years if that weren't the case. So I'm a huge fan and advocate of public radio in general, but KOPN specifically, obviously because I do radio here, but also it's just a freaking incredibly cool place with a great bunch of people and a whole sort of nexus of information and stuff that goes through this place, and I wish you would recognize that out there, and it doesn't cost much. I mean, $5 a month, $60 a year gets you a full membership at KOPN, and that you can come down here every Saturday afternoon and hang out with us. That means you have access to the station. You can make a podcast. You can use the facilities. We have great technology here, state of the art. We have we're a solid radio station here, and it's a community resource, and everybody talks about. Diversity and not being able to get their voice out there, and you can do it here, and we'll teach you how to use the equipment. If you don't want to get on the air, there's plenty of things to do in the office and out in the music library. It's just a wonderful part of Columbia and this mid-Missouri community, and if you're listening to the show, you might not realize what it takes to make it happen. It's a 40,000 watt radio station. It's one of the largest radio stations.
Whenever if I'm traveling out west,
right,
I can go out.
You'll pull KOPN long before
an hour and a half.
Yeah,
like out down 70.
Yeah, you'll pull KOPN longer than you'll pull most of the Columbia radio stations, but there's an electric bill that goes along with that, and
a persistent hum for all of the volume.
Right. So there's anyway.
Monks work overtime.
Right.
It's not free to do this, and we run a pretty skinny budget here. There's only 4 or 5 people that are paid. The rest of us are volunteers, and it's not fancy, but it's awesome.
This is pretty fancy. Don't be saying that. This new building. Well, it's not like brand new anymore, but this is a Hilton, man. Yeah. This is great.
There's more room here, I think.
Yeah, I missed the Broadway location just because it was a cool,
yeah.
But this is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
And we've gnashed teeth over it for more than a year now because clearly the Broadway location there was just the history there, and there was a feel to that place.
Certainly, it was like iconic.
Yeah, and it takes time to make a place like that, So, in the interest of the station, though, this was the right thing to do. We actually own this building now. We have parking. We have the ability to do live performances, that we didn't have to do. I mean, if you're an artist or a band and you want to haul your equipment up those stairs, you know what I mean. So
this is just the storage space, just the nature of being a radio station is you might as well be a CD and record store. You have the comparable volume of just material.
Right. And no doubt.
The hard goods.
So I'm hoping 50 years from now, this place will be as comfortable as the old Broadway place was, and there will only be a bunch of old people like me that even remember it, So, onward and upward. And for me, the ability to produce and present live music has definitely been upgraded. So for my show, it's definitely been a good thing. I know there are a few people that wish we were still downtown, and I do too. And we probably would have stayed there. It was just a matter of existential thing. I mean, we lost control of the lease.
Yeah, didn't your guys' rent go up? Or
yeah,
something?
I mean, up
300%.
You know,
astronomically up. Yeah, living downtown is expensive.
Oh, the get out price.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, that's,
you can stay here, but you can't stay here.
Right.
Yeah.
So
we have a term for that in the landscaping business. That's called the FU price.
Do I want the job? No.
I'll do it.
I'll pull myself out of it.
Like a whole week's worth of regular revenue.
All right, let's get some more music here from Jeff and Noah. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. We're streaming on the web at kopn.org. It's a pledge drive weekend. We're looking to raise $25,000. We'll stop when we do. We haven't gotten there yet, so please, 874-5676. That's area code 573-874-5676, and on the web at kopn.org. Big thank you to Rocket Kirchner, dropped by earlier in the show, played some new music from his repertoire. We had a visit from Nathan James, another one of my favorite new artists around town. Find him usually Monday nights down there at Berlin. Are you usually hanging out there, you too, Memphis? Yeah. Anyway, cool stuff. Monday nights at Cafe Berlin. They got a cool open mic sort of thing, but also with a community focused artist. Yeah. Right. Anyway, okay, but Jeff Arrigo, Noah Spaeder. Let's do another one. All right.
Sweet. So this is a song by what's the name of this group?
It was Mandolin Orange, and now I think it's Watch
House.
Love Mandolin Orange.
Yeah. Watch House. They're Watch House now, aren't they? Or Watch House? Not Watch Tower. Come on, that's two. Yeah, that's two.
Well, they have a copy.
Too obvious.
But yeah, it says, I don't know. I think
copyright problem or something.
No, I think it was the two main people in the band, man and woman, were married.
Yeah.
And I think they got divorced, but they're still together in the band. They just changed the name of the band to go along with their new marital status. That I could be totally wrong about all of that, so don't call and yell.
It worked for Stevie Nicks, so it's like
it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
All right, this is called Waltz About Whiskey. 1, 2, 3. Once the getting was good, now the getting's got gone. So I'm going downtown just to tie one on. I'm engaged and sour,
going down by the hour.
I'm as blue as the night is long.
So won't someone dance with me to the waltz about whiskey and turn my sad songs to lullaby?
I don't need much of nothing
except for all your loving
and a waltz about whiskey all quarter should do.
Number 832.
A little truth from the jukebox should make it alright. As the booze settles in, I'm getting
high again
to a waltz about whiskey all night. So won't
someone dance with me to the waltz about whiskey and turn my sad songs to lullaby?
I don't need much of nothing except for all
your loving
and a waltz about whiskey all night.
sat down beside me. She said,
Love was a ring that won't end.
I was handed alive. Now the only thing I know of a ring is the circle my glass leaves behind.
So won't someone dance with me to the waltz about whiskey and turn my sad songs to lullabies?
I don't need much of nothing except
all your loving
and a waltz about whiskey on ice. Said I don't need much of nothing except
for all your loving
and a waltz about whiskey on ice. Yeah. Thank you. I heard that one. I was like, I gotta play that song.
That's a beautiful song.
Right? Were they reading your mail? It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. Big thank you to all of the folks who have donated during the past hour and a half. Please keep it going. Got a nice little wave going, and I appreciate y'all. All right. What did I say I was doing? If you make a donation, I'll double it until up to $500. If we raise $500, then I'll donate another $500. But up until then, or over that, that's as much as I'm going to do. But you know what I'm saying? Please, I'm trying to encourage y'all to help us out here. All right, it's 874-5676. 573 area code. You can also donate securely online at kopn.org. It's Open Mic Radio, and we do this on Saturday afternoons from 4 to 6. Thrilled this afternoon to have Jeff and Noah, the Jeff and Noah Collective, Jeff Arrigo, Noah Spaeder, playing music for us. Rocket Kirchner stopped in a little bit earlier. We've got Justin Hickerson in the house. Memphis Chris is here. Clark's here. I wish that Justin would have brought a guitar. You know, he's fantastic. If you're not familiar. At any rate, I want to play a new song from Secular Era. So let's do that if you guys don't mind. You guys want to take a 5 minute or so? Yeah. Let's do that, and then we'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more and have a couple more songs before we turn it over to Morgan. All right?
Sounds good.
Or Rashima, I should say. All right, Justin, you want to? I was saying. I was
going to say you could play one like one of those Ridge Runner songs or something off Spotify.
A Ridge Runner song?
Or one of those.
No, I'd love to.
Songs.
I didn't even know there was. I didn't know there was Ridge Runner stuff on Spotify.
Yeah, we'll play one. We'll just play one of my recorded songs.
Okay, let's do that. I'm going to play this one from Secular Era, and then while we're doing that, we'll decide what we're going to do for you. All right?
Okay. That's fine.
All right. Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Once again, kopn.org, and I'm a broken record, but 573-874-5676. All right, give us a call. Donate securely online, kopn.org. It's a pledge drive week, and we need your support. All right, so Secular Era is a band that has joined us here on the air, performed live at the station, and Dylan and I are friends. And here's a new one from them. It's called Plato o Plomo. Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
If you want the money, all you have to do
All right. I realize that was sort of a quick change of gears, but our friends Secular Era with new music on Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. We've got Jeff and Noah, the Jeff and Noah Collective, with us in the studio this afternoon. We're going to play some music for another 20 minutes or so, and then we're going to turn it over to Rashumba. There we go.
Hey, can I say something, Mike?
Please, of course.
I'm looking at my phone here, and I just got a pop-up message that says that my monthly payment to New Wave Corporation, KOPN, was approved, which means my monthly payment just went through during the pledge drive. So,
dude,
it's that easy, man. You set it up monthly, you don't have to do anything.
And you know what? Like I do $10 a month, and to me that's what I do. So it's $120 a year, but you can do $5 a month and still be a full-on member. You can do $1 a month. I mean, honestly,
If the entire population of Columbia provided $1, you'd have enough money.
Honestly, I mean, it really doesn't take that much, and when you think about what we spend money on these days, it's ridiculous. So please, Jeff, thank you. That's
funny that just popped up.
Right? Yeah, so you can do that. You can have just like a like a monthly little ding on your debit card or whatever. It takes out $5-10 or whatever. But you've got the good karma of supporting some awesome radio here in the middle of mid-Missouri, or in the middle of Missouri, I should say. But yeah, one of the few thriving and just so proud to be a part of KOPN. It's one of the most amazing community radio stations in the country, and one of the few that are left. So I guess all of them now, or all of us, you've got to pretty much give a tip of the hat, because it's been a struggle, and we talked a little bit earlier in the show about just the availability of information and who has their grips on it, and this is one of the few places where it's just your friends and neighbors and me and the gang here. That's who has the grips on this place. So let's keep it that way, and the way we do that is just by a generous donation to KOPN, 874-5676, and again KOPN.org. Okay, so Justin Hickerson is a very close friend of mine and a wonderful musician. He's been with us many times on the air. He doesn't have his guitar with him, and he's like, yeah, I just play something recorded. So we're going to play one from Justin. It's called Scared. It's one of my favorites, and we'll come back and get a couple more from Jeff and Noah, and we'll receive your phone calls in the meantime. Did I not say that before? It's 874-5676. Check this one out. All right, KOPN Columbia, Open Mic Radio. This was called Scared. It's Justin Hickerson.
the bath of water, all our fingers froze. They all took off which way the wind blows. But I lay back to feel it on my toes. Lord knows you might say there's a little bit of me pretend to do that which I thought I never did. But I swear I'm not scared, not scared, not scared, not scared, not scared. I'm not scared, not scared, not scared, not scared, not scared. Oh, we drive, we fly down southbound 69, driving fast, we're going 95. Yeah, they before the sunlight, bust ass all day and drive all night. Yeah, we drove with tempo of the street lights, down for miles and miles and miles, we're satisfied. I've grown so sick and tired of my life. It's time, hey, 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 hey,
All right, one from my great friend Justin Hickerson. That one is called Scared, and I think we all are at some point or another. All right, we're getting a little bit against the clock here, so I'm going to say thank you to everyone listening and participating in the program this afternoon. All of you who donated, please continue to call. If you haven't yet, please do. 573-874-5676. Stick around. Ross Schumann, a reggae party coming in just a few minutes, but we're going to get another couple here from Jeff Arrigo on the way out. Noah Spaeder, dude, thank you very much for coming down. And again, keep your eye out and your ears out for Noah and the Jeff and Noah Collective. A couple outstanding musicians that we're going to get to hear a bunch more from over the next months and years, I guess. Okay? All right, Jeff Arrigo, what are you going to do?
This is a real new song called Stone Cold Truth.
Oh, Debbie, my girl. Hi, baby. That's the love of my life right there. Anyway, okay. Anyway, okay. Yeah, please, Jeff.
Now you're talking about a hard situation. I hate to see you so blue. Try not to focus on such sad information and let it become your truth. 'Cause you don't have to worry that you got nobody. I'm standing right beside you. Yeah, everybody needs a shoulder they can lean on, someone to carry them through. And I'm here with you. I'm here with you. If you need someone, here's a stone cold truth. You can depend on me to stand beside you. No, don't let them tell you that your soul doesn't shine or that your palette contains the wrong hue. And if living in this world should become a heavy burden and your colors all run to the blue, well, you don't have to worry that you got nobody. I'll be standing right beside you. 'Cause everybody needs a shoulder they can lean on, someone to carry them through. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. When you need someone, here's a stone cold truth. You can depend on me to stand beside you. the sun will kiss you, my friend, and those dark clouds will roll away. You'll be living in clover again. Go on, enjoy your sunny day. I'll be there to cheer you on. There ain't no debt you ever have to repay. But if ever I should need, shoulder myself, these are the words I hope to hear you say. I'm here with you. I'm here with you, yeah. If you need someone, here's a stone cold truth. You can depend on me to stand beside you. I'm here with you. I'm here with you, yeah. If you need someone, here's a stone cold truth. You can depend on me to stand beside you.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Wonderful stuff. And yes. Okay. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, Jeff Arrigo. Oh man, dude. Thanks for coming down. This has been great.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thanks.
I appreciate you being here, and we've got time for one more. Let me quickly say that KOPN is supported in part by Passions, serving mid-Missouri in 2 locations. Passions carries a wide variety of sexual health and wellness products. That's a nice way to put it. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say. Including lingerie in sizes up to 5X. Whoa. And they are open from 8 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week, on the Loop in Columbia, and 17701 Old 5 Drive in Boonville. And also, Tidy Keepers Express, locally owned and operated in business since 2013. Tidy Keepers Express can be found on the web at tidykeepersexpress.com or by calling 573-303-0336. And we appreciate the support of Tidy Keepers Housekeeping and Maid Service. All right. Jeff Arrigo, Noah Spaeder, Rocket Kirchner, Justin Hickerson, Clark Layshock, Memphis Chris, all of you out there who have called and donated your hard-earned greenbacks. Thank you. One more from Jeff Arrigo on the way out. We'll be back next week with a band called Downside Up. Very excited to hear them. Jeff City band. You guys, I look forward to hearing you in the future, and let's stay in touch off the air, okay?
Right on. Thanks, Mike.
Okay, cool. MikeHagan.com is the website. Send me music if you'd like to appear on the show. And, yeah, let's have another one from Jeff.
First thing this morning, smile on my face. Decent night of sleep to wash the cobwebs from my brain. Now here I am. And it's a brand new day. Open the curtains, the morning sun comes shining through. Lots of possibilities, yeah, but not a single damn thing I've got to do. If I don't want to, well, maybe I'll drive down the highway till I reach a riverside. Turn the music a little louder, leaving all my cares behind. Think that you might like to, you can join me on this ride, whatever you decide. Gonna keep my heart open wide. I can smell the richness of the earth as it awaits, mixing with the coffee smells that my coffee maker makes. Oh, Saturday, never been a better day, no way. This good beginning, it kind of brings your face to mine. I know you got your own day, but we can so easily combine. So hey, what do you say? inside. Gonna keep my heart open wide. Thank you. I'm messing with that death metal in the background.
My God.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't mind that.
I thought they went together.
Passions carries a wide variety of sexual health and wellness products.
Wow, I'm not sure where this is all coming from, frankly, but it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM, and we're streaming on the web at kopn.org. Jeff Arrigo, thank you, my friend. Wonderful performance, and look forward to hearing more from you in the future. And all right, we'll catch y'all on the flip side. All right, stick around. I'm sorry, Rosh Shumba and a regular party coming at you. Be cool to yourselves. Be cool to other people out there. And it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.